What's up guys? So welcome back to this week's video. So today we'll be talking about iDrive 9. So if you're a BMW fan or you're a tech savvy guy or gal, so this is the video for you. So stick around. Before we go and explore what stands out in iDrive 9, kindly 98% of you haven't subscribed, and kindly I'll appreciate if you take these 5 seconds to subscribe. Yeah, and if you've subscribed, let's go to the next session. So some of my viewers have asked me how they can support me, and I decided to create a donate link. It's on the description if you want to donate, and I'll also add it on the screen so you can scan the QR, and that's how you can support me. So let's get into this session. So let's turn on the car. Yeah, so immediately you turn on, this what you see on the car. So as you can see, the menu looks cleaner, and it says that iDrive 9 is faster than iDrive 8. So the screen is the screen is super responsive, and which makes it easier for you to click anything you want. And you can see for these, the footer here, I can say at the bottom, these ones are pinned here, they don't move from there. So the first thing I will first talk about is whenever you want to connect to your music. So you'll click here, and these are the options you have so far. But if you also have Apple CarPlay, it will also share there. Show there, but I haven't connected mine. This one is for navigation. So for navigation, let's say you are using Apple CarPlay and you have Google Maps or Apple Maps. So if whenever you click here, it will select the navigation that you are using. But currently, since I've not connected Apple CarPlay, it shows the default, which is the BMW Maps. So whenever you call that name, it pops up that. So this is one of the things people find hard using it, but over time you just get used to it. So controlling the AC. So here are all your controls for the AC. This is the fan. This is for if you want auto, whether you want air circulation in the car, auto, or all those sort of things. That's what you do. This, let's say you came and the car was hot, you want to cool at high temperatures, you'll do that. This auto, so you just automatically, this is where you want to redirect the airflow, and that's the AC. Then for sync is syncing your driver's temperature and co-driver's temperature. Yeah, so another thing is that for this one, let's say you want to control the temperatures, you can use voice command. An example is, hey BMW, set temperature to 75.
Temperature changed to 75 degrees.
Yeah, so it did that, and it's really fast compared to other iDrive systems. Hey BMW, set temperature to 70. Hey BMW, set temperature to 70.
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Yeah, so that's one of the challenges that I've faced whenever you use voice command. At times, even the basic things it fails to hear, and I think they should improve the voice commands for this iDrive system. When you compare things like a Siri, let's say even if your English isn't that perfect, Siri will do what it will understand what you want. Yeah, so there are different. So the only challenge I can say is that there are set commands for these iDrive, rather than random. Whenever you want to tell it based on your words, it won't do that. So they're set commands. Maybe it's my opinion, but I think that's what it is. Hey BMW, I'm feeling hot. Hey BMW, I'm feeling hot.
Temperature reduced to 69 degrees.
Yeah, so those are other commands you can use. So whenever you tell it you're feeling hot, it will reduce the temperatures. Even the seat has started cooling. So this is also something I was forgetting because this guy is equipped um, with heated and cooling seats. So you can see, like, whenever you want to cool the seats, there's the option. You just press here, then it will show you, and it will also this one is for heating the seats and heating the steering wheel. So compared to other models uh, which had heating and cooling of the steering wheel right here, so this one it's on the iDrive system. So another thing we have, let's go to the apps menu. So for the apps menu, the first thing we have is the BMW ID. I think sorry,
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
yeah, for sure it won't know what I need. Yeah, so the BMW ID, I think that's why I have my ID. Then we have the personal assistant, that's what we've been talking about. So you can activate visit.
You can choose between two different
Yeah,
settings for the visual appearance of your personal
so that's
assistant.
for the visual
Harmonious and expressive.
appearance, how you want it to look
Each
like.
reflects the emotions.
So these are I chose it. Then we have Alexa and other assistants. We also have the settings, which you've already covered. So these are the store whereby you can download different applications. So currently the only application I've downloaded is Paramount Plus. Yeah, so yeah, there are different apps, let's say, for music and audio. Yeah, you can download whatever you want. Spotify. Oh, I also downloaded Spotify actually. Yeah, so that's what is in there. Then we have console games. So whenever you want to play games with friends, so you'll click console games, then it will prompt you to pair. So it will give you a code, a QR code, then you'll scan, then you'll be able to play with friends. Yeah, you can see how responsive it is actually. So we also have Alexa. Everyone knows Alexa, and Android Auto, Apple CarPlay. So Android Auto and Apple CarPlay just mirrors your phone to the screen. You can use it for maps, for calls, for messages. Yeah, almost just the basic things in a phone will just be displayed on right on the screen here. Then we have BMW Assist. Yeah, so in case you want to call them. Then we have BMW Messages. I think for the messages, I think it's for let's say let me for let's say if your car needs service or such a thing, that's where it will display. Then we have the maps. So for the maps, that's what we have shown you before. Yeah, besides that, we have climate control. I've also showed you that, which is also down here. Data privacy. Yeah, that's why we have things like cameras, anti-theft notification, mobility. Yeah, all these traffic information, online parking. So you know what includes in privacy. So even this BMW has the interior camera, so which is just right here. So also its privacy settings are on the screen. Yeah, so for you to see what's happening in the car, you'll have to enable. So here you've seen it, the remote inside view, the drive recorder, and there's so many privacy things. Yeah, so the next thing is displays. For displays we have things like uh how do you call it, uh displays. We have the displays, the head-up display, that's what I meant. So you can control its height from here, the rotation, the brightness. Yeah, then we have the cockpit brightness, whatever you want, head-up display, instrument cluster. Yeah, so that's what for all the displays, it's just right there. Then you can control also your doors and windows. So for I just turned off unlock when approaching this. Let's say whenever you are moving close and you have your key, the car will unlock, but I just put it down because at times I pass here and don't want the car to open any time. Locking when lock when walking away. I prefer that one when I've come out of the car to just lock it. Yeah, and these other settings unlock at the end of the trip. I have it off because at times uh, I have just stopped, but that's not the end of the trip, so I don't want it to unlock unless I unlock it. We unlock doors when in P. At times I just set P when in traffic, but don't want the doors to unlock. Yeah, so those are the settings I have. Then anti-theft alarm, I have it on for the tailgate. So this is the height for the tailgate. You can adjust it accordingly. So if you want it to go higher, so that's the highest it can go. But and if you want it lower, that's the lowest it can go. Then automated window. There's if you want set windows automated such that they open at, let's say, at some point or at some location. That's what you do. Then we have drive recorder. So we'll do an in-depth video about the drive recorder and how it works. So I'll show you this whereby the cameras record your surroundings, and these are some of the videos that I have taken before. So it shows all sides. Yeah, so that's drive recorder, but I'll explain in details further. So I've also for drive recorder, I've before trigger, let me maximize it. So in case of an accident, it will record everything that has happened. Yeah, so camera selection, so you select, okay, so that's for drive recorder. So driving settings. So we talked about the driving settings in my previous video, so I won't go into details for drive settings, the driving settings. If you haven't watched, just go to the previous video. I'll also add it right above here, so that if you haven't, you'll get to know what these mean. So displays, we've also talked about that. So for exterior lighting, for this newer version of car, we also talked about this, whereby you just need to press the button. Is it this one? So if you press it, it will easily just go to the screen rather than just coming to the screen. So we have parking lights. I'll also so whenever for parking lights, you can see, yeah, so you can see what happens on the screen. That's what actually happens. I'll also attach the video if you haven't watched about the lighting for this car. I'll also leave it right above here so that you can talk about that. I mean, you can watch it. Another thing is the keys. So yeah, I when I bought this car, I was given three keys. So one is two keys are just the physical keys. Then I have the key, the card. So 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 you can set which one is the main key. So that what this means is that for the main key, when you come to the car, it will unlock. Yeah, it unlocks automatic, not unlock, sorry about that. It just sets the key, sets everything in your car according to your specifications. So like here you can see my main key, one smartphone and one smartwatch active. So that's what I have right now. It's connected to my smartphone and watch. That's what I normally use to open the car. Then the vehicle key. Yes, so vehicle key, I don't know. what this exactly means. Tailgate and doors. So I think this one is for locking. Whenever you press the lock button at the tailgate, but I'm not sure about that one. I haven't explored it that much because I hardly use the physical keys for this car. So we exterior lighting we've talked, keys we've talked. Then interior camera, I'd forgotten about that one. So this is the camera I just talked a few seconds ago. It's in the car, so whenever you smile, I don't know why it's not. Did it take? No, it's saying me. Oh no, I forgot to change the setting. Yeah, smile. So whenever I smile, it will take the photo. You can set a timer or all those things. Then you can just access it in the gallery, then export it. Yeah, interior lighting also. Watch the previous video keys. So for live vehicle, so this will show you the settings for the car, how it looks like. Yeah, the gas. Then for the trip, there's the information, average mileage per gallon, then the vehicle status, tire pressure, engine, check control, service, or anything. Then the terrain, it can also monitor the terrain. So like right now it's in a slanted terrain, you can say, yeah. So it will also tell you that. Another thing, so for the media, that one you've talked about, so it's the same thing down here. So I'll go for the, oh, sorry. So right now, let me talk about the memory. So the memory, it will tell you uh, the memory for the case 128 and the things that have occupied it. So mobile devices, nothing is connected. Yeah, that's my phone. So when you connected it, will also connect to Apple Car Play. So another thing is adjusting my highlights. It's loading. So let's see what's in my highlights. Yeah, so there's nothing up to date for my highlights. Everything is up to date, so nothing in my highlights. So my mods, these are driving mods, I guess. Yeah, so you can choose them and customize them accordingly. Then we have notifications, currently no notifications. Then you can set, you have the settings right there. There's this uh, source compliance manual. Then we have parking. There's also a button for parking. You can see if I want, we talked about controlling the car whereby it can park itself. So if you haven't watched the video, you can also find it. I'll also attach it up here. That's for parking. So we also have things like assisted view. Let's go assisted view. So there's assisted view. Let's say you want to go on that side, uh, that, so the car will help you go, leave the parking spot. So we have panorama, so it's a wider view. Manage points, oh no, that's what we have. Then we have, where did I click? I clicked more. This for more. We have the 3D view, so you see the car, everything around the car, all angles. Yeah, then we have trailer if I want to tow something. Besides that, I have car wash view. This is the from app. Then camera cleaning, if your cameras are dirty, then you'll clean it there. So that's for parking. We have radio, so same thing, radio. You can select the station you want. Seat comfort, actually you can select the seats from here. You can adjust them if you want, so that's really cool. So you don't have to and this is really helpful, especially let's say for the passenger seat, you want to adjust it so you don't have to stretch further. So whenever I press, let me, so If I'm pressing it, let's say, to move forward, that's what happens. Yeah. So yeah, and for the driver, so you select front. Yeah, so that's what happens here. So you add it. This for the music sound. This controlling your sound system. So this guy is equipped with Harman Kardon system, and you can select it here and adjust based on how you want. For navigation, I don't like it loud. Yeah. System settings, these are just basic things: time, language, units, and all those things. So we have a telephone. There's if you want to dial vehicle status, we've talked about it. There's I really like this one. So for this one is an example. If you want to do streaming, yeah, it's loading. Did I actually not even streaming, watching all these things like Paramount Plus, Bloomberg. So you have that option here. So that's an example of Paramount Plus. You can also watch movies on the screen. Yeah, so if you can also go to live TV if you want, or sports.
Republicans applied to the Supreme Court earlier this week to block that ruling, and the Supreme Court should weigh in by
Yeah,
Friday. So that will also
so that's what happens there. You can, although you have to do that when the car is parked, because it can't do any when you're driving because of safety issues. So there's the weather for my current location, air quality. It shows you all those things. Vaisala, current location. Yeah. What else? So we've talked about Wi-Fi. So Wi-Fi, we have these. So these I must. I think if the car is equipped with Wi-Fi, you can scan this and connect the devices. Then for service, this when my car will. I mean, for service, this where I go for service. So I can select that and go there. Then this one just came this week because of Halloween is this week. So let me show you. Every BMW guy must have seen this. Happy Halloween, everyone. Yeah, so there's a game I just downloaded. I downloaded it from Connected Drive Store, and also downloaded Spotify. So that's all we have for this iDrive system. So these apps are also grouped according to infotainment. It will show you the infotainment apps, the vehicle recently used, and the digital premium. And let's say if since the apps are so many, most of the time you might end up searching them and you'll find what you are looking for. So we are done from the screen. So another thing, some of the apps can be accessed through here. So when you see we have this one for parking, so we're not parking the car right now. This one is for driving settings. These are my driving modes: volume, next, back, next, volume. Then for media, which we had in the car, for calls, then navigation, then home, then back. Yeah, so everything can also be accessed here. And this one is for the vents. yeah, vents, this one, then this one for hazards, for blowing the windshield, and this one for rear mirror. So let's come to the screen now. So for this screen, let me tilt my camera. Okay, so there's another screen. So for this one, we don't have so many options. We can click here. So when you click there, we'll see content. Whether I'm trying to focus. So for content, that's what you'll see. You can see what it shows you on the screen. Yes. So for map, yeah, that's for music. Yeah, and that's what it shows you right there. Then if you move to the layout, so you can select the layout. We have that layout. You can select this one, this one. Yeah, it has 3 layouts. I prefer this one. Then for the heads up display, we have that one. We have that one. It might not be that clear. Yeah, that one. That one. It's in confident driving in unfamiliar surface. Yeah. So yeah, so that's all we have for iDrive. I have explored almost everything. I think, yeah, we've really done an in-depth analysis of iDrive. So for the Windows, there's the event speed. Yeah, so that's all we have for this iDrive system. Yeah, so that's a wrap. And so that's my walkthrough about BMW's iDrive 9. Overall, I think it's really a great update compared to what we had in iDrive 9. So we have some nice touches for tech lovers and BMW enthusiasts. And let me know what you think in the comments about this. And don't forget to subscribe to Ungara Ezra TV for more BMW content. And I'll see you in the next video. Thanks so much. Until next time, bye.